Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to restore backup and how to transfer data on your Poco F7 Ultra. Okay, so let's begin. So the Poco F7 Ultra is on the right side, and on the left side I have another Android device, just to show you how to set up the phone using the other device. So first you need to click on agree to terms and conditions, and here we have set up using another device, and we want to click on Android device. So we need second phone for this method. So now let's click on setup on the second phone. Let's click on continue. Okay, and now we need to scan the QR code from our Poco 7 Ultra. Okay, so it's done. Okay, it's looking for the SIM card, but it's not necessary right now. Okay. Okay, and now we need to log in into our Google account. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So just give me a second. Okay, and now the password. Okay. Now we have it. Okay, so now let's click on next. Click on I agree. And now we need to wait. And now we have option to copy data from your Android device. So that's what we are interested in. So simply let's click on next. Now on the second phone, we have the information to continue the setup on this phone, on the Poco 7 Ultra. And now we need to wait again. Okay, getting ready to copy. This might take a few minutes, as you can see on the screen, so we need to be patient until it goes to the end. Okay, and now we have option, choose what to copy. And in here, as you can see, we can select photos and videos, device settings, and the call history. But it's not necessary to copy everything. You can select things that only you want. You don't need to copy everything. But I'll leave it just like it is now. And now I'll click on copy. And the copying data process is now on. Now in here we can also set the lock screen, but I don't need it for now, so I'll skip it. Now we have the Google services. I will just accept all of them, and I will also turn on the backup. Okay, now we need to choose the search engine. So I'll just pick the Google, and now we have a question to continue the setup. So let's click on continue. In here we have other Google services, so I'm gonna click on agree. Now we have the Gemini, which is the AI assistant, so I'm gonna click on continue and I will turn it on, but it's not necessary. In here we have the Google Pay, which I'm gonna skip for now, and also I'm gonna skip this. Okay, you can see the copying process is on. As you can see, about 1 minute left. We are almost at 50% of the copying process, so let's wait until it goes to 100. Okay, and now we have confirmation that copying is done. Photos and videos, device settings, and the call history has been successfully transferred. So let's click on done. Again, we need to wait again. Also on the second phone we have information that copying is done. We need to continue setup on the second phone, so let's click on close. We won't be needing that phone anymore. And now we have the basic settings. We just need to scroll down and click on next. In here we can also turn the parental controls, but I don't need it. Now the phone settings, I'm just gonna leave the default launcher. I'm gonna select the app drawer, click on next again. Now the navigation mode, you can use the full screen gestures or the buttons. I'm gonna use the full screen gestures. And now within a few seconds the phone should launch and be ready to use, but let's wait just to make sure. Okay, setup complete. So just simply click on continue And now we are ready to use our phone, and as you can see, even the wallpaper has been transferred. Okay, so that was the first method. Okay, so let's go with the second method. So again, we are now in the setup screen. And now we're gonna skip the setup using other device. So let's click on skip. Now it's gonna check for the SIM card, but it's not necessary to have one. Now we will need to connect to the internet. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Simply type your password. Okay, then click next. Now we need to wait again. Okay, and now we have option to sign in into our Google account. And this method will use the Google backup. So we need to log into the same Google account on which the backup is made. Also, if you don't know how to create a backup on this phone, on our channel we have a video when I'm showing you the whole process how to do it. Okay, so now remember we need to log in into the same Google account on which we made the backup. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, and now I'll need to type my password. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be using this device, not my child or anything. Then click on I agree. Okay, getting account info, we need to wait. And now we have again option to copy apps and data, so let's click on next. And now we have option to restore the data from another device. So in here you can find your backups that you have on your Google account. And in my case, the Google this phone, the Poco F7 Ultra, is the first one. It's strange name, I know, I don't know why, but I made my backup 70 minutes ago. You can see it. So I'm gonna pick this option, and in here we can choose what we want to restore. So it can be apps, contacts, and the device settings. When it comes to the apps, contacts, and settings, you don't need to copy all of them, but you can pick the specific one if you click, just like me, on the apps. You will be able to pick those apps that you want. You don't need to copy all of them. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it just like it is now. And now let's simply click on restore. Okay, so process has started. Now we want to click on skip because I don't want my lock screen. Now we have the Google services such as location, allow scanning, send usage and diagnostic data, install updates and apps, and I'm gonna accept all of them. But you don't need to accept all of them, you can pick the ones that you are interested in. And now we have option to backup your device. You can select the photos and videos and other device data. I'm gonna do it, so then click on this blue button, turn on backup. Now let's click on next. In here we choose the basic browser. I'm gonna use the Google Chrome, and now the search engine, I'm gonna pick the Google and set it as default. Okay, now we want to continue the setup. Now you have option to let contacts nearby find you with. I'm gonna click on I agree. Now we have the Gemini, which is the AI. You can turn it on, but it's not necessary, it's only up to you. Now we have the Google Pay option, I'm gonna skip it for now, and also those options in here. So now we need to keep on waiting. Okay, now we have the basic settings such as location, automatic system updates, send usage and diagnostic data, personalized ads, and many others. You can select them or unselect them, it is up to you. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. In here you can enable the parental controls, but I don't need to. In here we have the phone settings, I'll leave the default. Now the default launcher, I'm gonna set on classic. Click on next. The navigation mode, I'm gonna use the full screen gestures. And now let's wait, we have the information about preparing the system. Okay, click on continue. And now the device is ready to use. Okay, so that was the second method. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you the last method, which is by using the MIUI Cloud. To do it simply, let's click on the settings. Now, let's scroll down until we find the additional settings. Now we want to go into the bottom until we find backup and restore option. So let's simply click on that. And now we have the MIUI Cloud right in here. So let's click on that. Let's click on the backups and click on Manage Cloud Backups. Okay, as you can see, we have our backup in the cloud that I made earlier. And to restore data, simply click on Restore Data. Okay, now it's loading. Okay, and in here we have what we will restore. So it's gonna be settings, home screen layout, and the apps. So let's click on Restore again, and the process has started. You can see that it will take 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, in here we can see the bar that we are restoring the settings and now installing the apps. So we already, from the Play Store, the phone installed 11 out of 12 apps. And now we just need to wait until it's finished. Okay, as you can see in here, almost done, 90%. So let's just wait until it gets to 100%. Okay, as you can see, restored successfully. So now we only click to done. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.